Taurus, welcome to your love reading for from January the 15th to February the 15th, 2018. Happy New Year to you all. I hope the year started off absolutely wonderfully for you. This is a love reading for the next 4 weeks. It is a general love reading, so it may resonate with some of you, or some of it may resonate with most of you. It is a general reading. If you would like a personalised reading, follow the link below and you can book in for a personalised reading which will be specific to you. Also listen to your rising sign and your moon sign for more information. And I'd like to thank you for subscribing, liking, sharing and commenting on my channel. It's been really lovely to read the comments as well. So let's have a look at what is ahead for you Taurians in the next 4 weeks. The first card that I've pulled out here, this is what we would call the Devil card. Okay, it's, you know, not as ominous as it appears, but for those of you that are in a relationship, it is about a time to you're going to really be wanting to reflect and to think about the relationship, how balanced it is, why you're in it, is it for the right reasons. It's going to be a time of communicating with your partner, of reviewing, of looking at whether you're on the same page, for those of you that are in a relationship. For those of you that are seeking a relationship or are at the initial stages of a relationship, I feel like I want to say to you, okay, if you're in a relationship, why are you starting this relationship? How deep are you going into this relationship with this person? It's a card of really looking at your motives. If you're in a relationship because you connect with the person, that's great. If you're in a relationship because you're scared of being alone, well, that's something that you really need to ask yourself about. Why is that? You need to delve deeper. So it's about looking at motives. It's about looking at if you're on your own, I want to say to you, if you're on your own, why are you on your own? Is it for fear of being hurt, for fear of being in a relationship and it not working out and not being treated well? Really look at, it's about Taurians looking at the reasons behind your choices. Why have you made them? Are they made for you, or are you being controlled or manipulated by somebody else? What's going on? There's a whole lot of variables here. You know, might be that you're singing to somebody else's tune. For some of you, is what I'm hearing. Okay, for some of you, it's the decisions and choices you've made for reasons, you know, out of fear or out of not wanting to be on your own. Material security, you know, there's a price. If you're happy in paying that price, well, that's great. Suits you both. If not, if you're not happy, then you need to really be looking at why those choices have been made. So it's a time of review for all Taurians for very different reasons. Okay, for very different reasons. The next card that I've got here is the Two of Pentacles. Two is always the card of relationships. Number 2 is always the card of relationships. And here you've got, you know, a passage out of difficulty. So, and water is emotions, and it's quite tumultuous. You know, so for some of you, it's that in your past there have been emotionally tumultuous situations that you've left. You've found a safe haven, and in that safe haven there is somebody else there for you. There is somebody that you're going to meet if you are single. If you are in a relationship, it could have been that I feel like the relationship went through some rough patches, but you've worked them out and you've come out of it okay. You've communicated it, and the relationship's come out of that turmoil and is on solid ground, so that it's worked out well. And that could be a result of these questions that you're asking yourself that may bring up issues, that may bring up things that need to be reviewed if you're in a relationship. but it comes out okay. You do hit solid ground, and you do go to that next level. You do grow together, which is really important. If you're single and you've had a tumultuous time, if you've had an emotional turmoil in the past, you have come out of it. You're coming out of it stronger. You're on solid ground, and there is a relationship there waiting for you, which is indicative of the Two of Pentacles, the two cards, and it's out. You've removed out of that emotional turmoil, so you found your balance. You found your balance. If you're single and you're ready to move on to the next level. I also feel like for some of you singles, it could also be people, I mean, I'm also hearing people that are in a relationship. It's about don't lock your feelings away. Communicate your feelings. If you're in a relationship, it's important that you communicate how you're feeling to your partner, even if there's a little bit of fear of how are they going to react. That's what I want to say to you. How they're going to react, how they're going to take this news or this information that I want to discuss, that I'm bringing forward. There could be issues. Don't be tempted to pack it away and not bring it out to the light of day and not talk about it. For those of you that are single, if you're in a relationship, you really need to open up and give in that relationship. Don't pack your emotions away. Don't pack your heart away. Don't protect yourself. Put that armor on and protect yourself, because you're going to only get from a relationship what you emotionally put into a relationship. So it's really important where that temptation is to just lock yourself away. For some of you, I want to say, don't just lock yourself in your house and not go out, just hide away. You've really got to get out there and interact and meet and have the courage to wear your heart on your sleeve again, because you found that balance, that inner peace. Don't then feel so protective over it that you're hiding it away. If you're in a relationship, be honest, open and honest in that relationship, in your communications in that relationship as well. And that all leads by mid-February, it's going to lead to new beginnings. It's going to lead to having faith in yourself and having the courage to, jump empty-handed into the void, to move forward, even though you don't know where you're going to. He's about to walk off the cliff, but the dog's happy and he's not carrying much baggage because he's left it behind. He doesn't need it. And so he's got the courage then to just move forward and jump off the cliff and see where it's going. Have trust. And that's where you need to be. So not lock away your emotions that you might feel tempted to do, but really put them out there and move forward, because there are new beginnings, there are new horizons there for you, and you're ready for it, which is indicative of this. If you're in a relationship, it's that taking that relationship to the next level, to either commitment, a firm commitment, or a marriage, or a child, or let's have a child. It's communicating it, bringing your fears forward and talking about them will water them down, you face your demons, and you can then move on to the next level, which is really a really positive thing, a place to be. So in the next 4 weeks, it's quite promising, it's quite good for you, finding your balance. Don't wear your armor, keep your armor off. Okay, I've pulled another card, which is the Oracle of Visions. And this card tells me that you really need to be true to yourself. Be yourself. Don't be what somebody else wants you to be. Don't follow the crowd. If everyone, if the majority of people have one set of beliefs and you don't be afraid to speak your truth. Speak your truth. When you're having these discussions, with yourself, when you're really talking about your fears and what you want and where you're heading, don't just follow the pack. Stand. Have the courage to stand alone. Have the courage to talk about how you're feeling, even if it's not how everybody else is feeling. So that's your card that's really going to show you what sort of energy you're working in. So stay true to yourself is really what it's saying. Okay, So I wish you a great 4 weeks of doing your work and bringing in everything that's there for you, because there is relationships and everything good there for you. Stay true to yourself and do it for the right reasons, not because of being manipulated by what other people want you to do. And don't lock your emotions and your heart away. Keep it, wear it on your sleeve and go out. Have a good 4 weeks.